So the nice thing about running ads on Google and YouTube is that Google just knows everything about you. So what you can actually do is leverage this fact in your own campaigns. And so you can actually target people based on the kind of websites that they visit. All right. So let's say, for example, you have a sales solution. You can actually target people that visit landing pages of Go High Level websites and things like that, like Go High Level, HubSpot, CRM softwares, and you could just put that in Google's targeting and they're going to find you people that are visiting those kind of websites. It is affinity based, so it is going to be a bit more broad compared to more like specific keyword targeting, but it's super nice. All right. And it's not directly targeting people that visit those landing pages, but it's targeting people who visit landing pages similar to the ones that you put inside of the targeting. So it's very close. And honestly, it's practically the same thing. We get really good results with these kind of campaigns. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. It's super simple and straightforward. So let's go ahead and just dive into the Ads Manager where I can show you all this stuff. Okay, so here we are in the Google Ads Manager. So I'm on the screen where all the campaigns are. It looks a bit hectic just because I'm in my manager account, just so that the data is private. But let's go ahead and assume this is your own account. So what you want to do is go to whichever campaign you want to go ahead and make. If you want to make a new one, do that. If you already have one, you can do that too. So in this example, we're just going to use this one, right? And so what you can do is label it like comp, like competitors or whatever you want to do. All right. You can do all sorts of things. So softwares are a good one, softwares that your niche or market's using, and also competitor blog posts, funnels, and websites. Okay. Honestly, I would bundle the funnels and the websites together into just one, so that you can just, instead of having like a separate one for websites and a separate one for funnels of your competitors, like just if it's the same competitor, use their funnel and website and their steps in the funnel. So what you want to do is go and click wherever you want to go. And you want to go to ad groups. You want to go to like where you can see basically all your ads in here, and then you want to click audience. All right. So it's going to take you to this audience screen, and simply all you want to do is, of course, you're not to make a new audience. So let's go ahead and press switch audience and new audience. And then you want to do, we can name this competitors just for this example, competitors V3, right? And then we want to make a new segment here. All right. And then you just, usually I just name this the same thing. I've had no issues with that, but whatever you want to do, right? It's just the segment inside of the audience. And then what you want to do, Google kind of like hides it just a little bit, but it's right here. People who browse types of websites. You don't have to worry about these things. You don't put any websites in here. You have to put it people who browse these types of websites, and then you can go ahead and put websites. So you can go ahead and find your competitors. Let's give an example like perfume for women, right? So perfume for women, you can go here, fragrancenet.com, and you can see there's their website. So you can actually go ahead and just copy their URL, go back to Google Ads and paste it here. And now you have their thing. And then you want to just get a few, you want this to populate. So like right now, you can see it's empty, but you can actually go ahead and populate this as you keep going. So, but yeah, let me go ahead and populate this for you guys and then get back to this. All right, so here is the audience, right? So I've just put a couple, or more like 6 websites in here. And sometimes Google is weird about like the weekly impressions when it comes to this. So sometimes you just have to run it and see if it's actually spending. If it's spending, then it's okay. Sometimes it'll just say nothing for the weekly impressions, and that's totally fine. So once you make that, you just want to save. And then of course you want to layer any sort of demographic targeting on top of that, right? And then you just want to run ads to it and see what happens, right? Rule of thumb when it comes to just like how many impressions or how many keywords kind of things you should have in here, it really just depends on how specific or broad you want it to be, right? So if you want to isolate more variables, that you want to isolate more information so that you can actually see what's working and what's not, go for a bit more specific. Just use like 3 or 4. But a lot of times, the more specific you go, the less Google's going to want to actually spend on that campaign, because it's just so specific. There isn't an actual, market, right? And so you have to kind of pick and choose what works and just play around with it and just see, right? So you can see here we have 6. If you're doing things like funnels and the steps in the funnels, I would just like include those like under the name. So let's say I want to target 3 competitors, right? And these 3 competitors each have a website, and then they have their own funnels. Let's say, for example, they have YouTube ad funnels. Well, what I would do is put their websites and then put their funnels, and I would count that as like 3, right? Just because their websites and their funnels, like it's the same person, right? And so you can kind of treat it how you want and group them how you want. It's pretty flexible here, because the main focus is really not even to be playing with this so much anyways. It's a bit of a broader audience. You just got to really just focus on your creative at the end of the day. But it's a really, really good option. If you dial this in, this can make you a lot of money, because this is one of just the most winning campaigns in terms of like which ones to choose. Usually for cold campaigns, you're looking at specific keywords, you're looking at related keywords, just like keywords like that. And then it's going to be websites and URLs. And so this stuff is awesome. Learn how to use it, perfect it, and you will make money in your campaigns. So yeah, hope you guys got some value out of this. If you guys have any questions on how to get this set up for your own self, then go ahead and DM me. I'll help you out. I'll guide you through the whole process. So yeah, take care, guys.